Hi, this will be Debbie with D.Ann's Designs, and I wanted to bring to you a journal that I've recently completed. This will be for Tsunami Rose's design team for September, and of course it's October, so I'm running a little bit behind, but I finally have it finished and I'm prepared to video it for you, so you might take a peek at what I've done. This one is, I'm not sure what it measures out, so we're going to go try to find out here. I've got about an 8 by, it's about a 5.5. This is my front cover for it. She's going to have this little trimmings that I've decided to leave on there. We have some ball pins that hold little buttons. Inside of here is going to be a tag that it was a postal type of little greeting card, and I just put a Tsunami Rose type of floral on the front of it. Used it as a tag to the front. This has been framed out with a little tag also. We have some little snippets of crocheted and lace works into here and a little button, and then the same goes on here in the little button, and then we have several different laces compiling down to your bottom area. Turn it over here to the side. I've cut an area out of my spine and installed a rose photo. Left some little trims up here at the top, and then we have some little lace trims and little crochets. This is just a punch out that I've done out of a piece of paper with an R, and representing rose. I put it in there, right now. And I put what's it called, triple thick onto here and covered it in there. So then I go over here to the back, and we're going to have lace. We have a music sheet background laced over the top of it, a little muslin down here. This helps me to strengthen my spine in through here. This is made of a board, a thicker board, but I wanted to be sure I strengthened in through my spine area, so I did attach a little more muslin in through there. We have a little ruffles that I've made with some jicking, and then we have some florals that I've made out of a little muslin and a little button into the center area. We've tied off with some lace, and it is just adhered in between, sandwiched in between the two layers of papers. See if I can get this untied, and we'll open it up and try to go into the first page of it. This, by the way, it's very thick. This is 4 signatures. The last signature has been left simply for writing because I really cannot get any more into here. This is going to be my first page. This is going to be, this was just a piece of linen paper that I had, and I embossed it, and then I inked over it, which would leave us just a little highlighting of the letters that are in here. And this is a cutout of a die that I have, and just simply cut it out and left it on there. Tsunami's Like a Bloom kit is what's been used into here, and I've used the Charming Fragments also. It's a printable journal kit, and it has 5 pages in it, so you'll see this as we come up on here too. Right into here is her crochet and roses in the background. It is very pretty and very easy to use. That's a little stamps and pattern. It's a pretty nice little piece. And over into here is going to be another page that we've used in her kits. This I printed twice. This has a rose printing on it first, and then I ran it back through and attached her, it's a line of paper, antique. You don't even have to do anything with it. It's a grungy type of paper. It's really kind of pretty. This is just some leftover scraps that I had, and I've installed a little tag on here out of her ephemera kits, out of one of her ephemera kits. These are some little roses that there's one thing that I do want to explain this too. These little bitty cuts like this, I did not do those. I put those on my scan and cut. And when you purchase from Daisy or Tsunami Rose, however you want to call it, she's really good about leaving an outline so the scan and cut can follow it precisely, and then you don't have to do all that little fussy cutting on a lot of these things. Some of these you still will, but most of them can go through the scan and cut. This one here is a little ephemera piece of a little girl. She's got her little ballet slippers on and her little frou-frou dress that she's wearing. Really kind of cute. She's in a little black and white color. And then we have little trims, flowers, and then we have, I put a few Tim Holtz pictures in here, mainly because I've had them for forever, and we really need to start getting rid of them. This background paper is a crochet grungy paper. It is so pretty, and she sells those. You will see those in her ephemera, I believe is where I found those out. It might be ephemera, but anyway, just looking through there, you'll see them there, and they're very, very pretty. They're and very great to use. I've used them throughout just about everything in here. I had some music paper, so I'm using my own music paper on this. This is a fragment. I think it's called the Charming Fragment, or the Decoupage Flower Set. It may be on the Decoupage Flower Set. This bird here was out of my collection. It was just a piece of scrap. Thought I'm going to put it in there with her roses. And then this is also her card set. And it's going to be, I think I used set number 3, and it's 2 pages of these, and they're beautiful. Just really pretty cutout printouts to use. And then this is a little pocket we've made, and then this has another Charming Fragments here, and then a little piece, or it may be the Decoupage Flower Set. I think maybe that's where it's coming out from. A little Tim Holtz paper clip, and I'm just clipping this little bingo card that you will find in her collection too into a small file folder. And I'm not so sure, I may have even used the large, she has large, the big, I think so she calls them, big file folders, but a lot of times I'll reduce it down to size to fit into what I'm doing, and I'm sure that everybody else will do the same thing, fit as needed. And then we're going to have this little strip across here, and stitched along the top a little bit of florals and some bling. And this little tatting I had, and so I thought I'd put there on the side. This is a little curtain. Old curtain that's been tea-dyed. And then on the side here, we're going to see the big florals. And I've left that into more like a band. I've just stenciled on the paper. Then you have these pretty little cards again out of her sets. And I really enjoyed using those too. They really can go a lot of different places. And then we flip this back down. Oh, let's see. How did I do this? I made this into a pocket. That's what it now. Yeah, it's a pocket. So you can put other larger cards in there. And then this one here, it may be, this is one of her large, big, I guess she calls them big file folders. Beautiful colors onto this. This was just really pretty. It kind of caught my eye right away, and I really enjoyed working with that one. I put a little tab on its top where you're going to see just, I don't know if I can get that up there to you or not. See, it has like the 67 cents, and oh, that's just some little guest checks that I've torn up into there. Just put it onto the tab. And this is going to be our calendar that I don't know. I had it in my things, and so I just slipped that in there. And this is just another little strip that I put on here to decorate your tab. And then we have the back side of that. And this is just a coffee dyed piece of paper that I've stenciled on. And lots of writing room. Tried to leave you a whole bunch of writing room. And this is just another little pocket. I didn't put anything in it because, yep, she's pretty big, so I left things out. But would not, you can certainly put anything in there. You can see my coffee dyed doily papers that I put into here. And then here's a little doily too. With lots and lots of writing room on this one. It's just great. Then we have this envelope that is, again, I've left out. I had a tag. I went ahead and pulled it out so we can close the book. But as you can see, you can put your little a tag into there. I've gone ahead and decorated the back side of the envelope. And you can see it reads Paris. This is just some little, I took my cinch and I just punch out papers, and then I start tearing them off as I want them to have a little ink set going on here. And it just kind of adds a little decoration. We're going to have just a couple little bead drops going off. And little stamping. Kind of came out cute inside of this. is the middle of this for signature. This is a little piece of muslin, and I just went ahead and stitched 3 buttons down the sides here, just added a little extra in there. Here's your little paper to write on in a doily. This is the other side of the big file. It is so pretty. I just really enjoy those colors that were used in here. And then we have this page here, and we're going to have a little picture that I've installed into here. Here's some more of the flower cutouts, and this is some more of our snippets. I've added a little muslin here, mainly just to secure, as it's going to be a flip, and we secured it on here, gave it just a little bit more strength. It's actually cheesecloth, not muslin. And then we'll open this up. I've got this as being a little tuck spot. I'm going to put that back in here. As you can see, this opens up like this. And then we have a little pocket. There's a little bingo card inside of there. And this is her fragment page. I just added, this is another piece of ephemera that's out of her kit. And I just went ahead and attached that onto there because my hinges are here. I wanted to cover up my hinges with something, and this is what I chose to do. And then this will be also out of her decoupage flower set number 3. And then we have, I'll close that back down. This little girl was out of my collection, so this is not out of the Tsunami Rose, but she has a gazillion to choose from. And this is writing and writing. And then we have another collection of the decoupage flower set, and then we have a little, just a little something you can slide in. There's a little pocket. This is another one of our calendars here, and put into there. And then I have this, and this just things you can write on. Again, a little pocket. You're going to have a little file, and then we're going to have another little pocket here. This is off of an envelope, and I just went ahead and stamped and maybe added a little, bring it up here this way, added a little bit of paper in here down at the bottom, as you can see. This is her paper, again, it's her grungy copy dyed paper with the imprint of the doily, crochet doily on it. It's really pretty. Here's her bingo card. This plate. Okay, then over here on this page is another one of her papers for, oh, this has, it's the grungy paper that I've gone ahead and I first printed the rose and the rose print paper she has, and then I printed the copy dyed paper over the top of that. And this is a cutout out of her ephemeris and her decoupage flowers. This is the other side of that envelope, and oh, I just left it to where we just pull it out as such. See if I can get it out of here. And your laughter makes my heart smile. It's part of her ephemera that's into her kit area. Now, we're going to just pop it back in. This is the R. That's good. And decorated the envelope up a little bit into there. So you still have a lot of writing room into here. And this is a tab off of from an envelope. Another part of her papers. And of course, we have Daisy for the embroidery threads, and then here's some crochet work on here. This is just part of her kit pages that you can get. Really unique, very helpful to use too. This is a crochet tab I decided to put on here. This is another one of my collage pages that I've put together. And these are all out from her work, except I have this pattern paper that I put on an envelope here. And then in here you have another big file folder. This is just guest checks that I've attached to the top here with a little clip. And then over here is another page, which we have many different type of trims that I had in my collection, and I decided to put them out there on this page. So we collected, and we ended up looking like this on this page. This was actually, it's in an embossing folder I have, but the paper I used it on, apparently it must have been too thin, pressed too hard or something. But anyway, it ended up cutting out the clock, and so I just saved the clocks and put them into my scrap bin, and then I decided to pull one out and use it here. This is one of her words too. Adorable. We have a little bling over into here on this page. And we had one of her pages back behind there. I just ended up covering it all up. And then over here, we're going to have, oh, this is going to be, look at these. Aren't those cute? Those little cards. I just love these things. Card set 3. There's 2 pages of them. Very useful to have. So you want to look those up. And this is going to be just oh, it's a library card envelope that I put in here. It's stamped and decoupage. I put one of her flowers on here. One of her words, beautiful. This R, it's out of some stuff I picked up out of the thrift store, and I thought R would look real good for a rose book. And this is her backdrop, her fragment, her charming fragment page. This is an envelope, again, that I have just installed in here. You open this up and you have a little place to keep your tags. And let me move this out so you can see this is another one of her pages in here. And then we'll just pop this, and these are her little tags too that she has. Push this over into here. Look at her, and she just cute. So here's this little girl that you'll find in her collection, and her word smile, and her 89-cent tag over here. I have a little doily back behind in there, and this is just a piece of paper that's old paper that has been torn out, and I attached it onto here. And on the back is a piece of paper doily that I just glued down on here to give a little texture, but you can also have a lot of writing room right there too. And then she just pops back into her little station inside of the envelope. She was so cute. I enjoyed her. And then we have this little guy here. Here's the other envelope. A little tie down here and a little fabric ribbon. There's some price tags, a little stamping down on it. And this is the mother and a little child into here on the bicycle. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then I have Together Forever is out from her collections too. So I just popped it in here, making kind of a little tag, a little more writing room on in here. Although you have plenty, but I've added some more because that's what I do. Okay, then back behind here. Now this is just a wallpaper border, some vintage wallpaper border trim, and it's not antique. It is a vintage. It's back in the 70s, early 70s. And yeah, I just attached it on here, and I took my ink and inked it up. That's it. So just gave it a nice little background drop. This is going to be some more writing paper here. And this is a little slide out right here. As you can see, you can put your, this is from Tsunami, and I just attached it to some black cardstock. And actually gives you a hardboard to write with if you're needing one. And then this one here, she's a little girl. I think this one might have been in my collection. I'm not positive where this one came from, but I've cut out a frame and I just attached it to a envelope. That's what I did. This one here says Charming, and your little rose cutouts. Again, it's from the Charming fragment. And then foot stamp here is from her Charming fragment, and I just cut out sections that I wanted it to be on. This is just a little, I think it's just a little card. I think is all I did. It's like a little card. Yeah. And then I just popped it back inside this envelope. You can see here. And then we have this one. Here's a little clip. This didn't come in. This is one I had in my papers, and so I just went ahead and used it in here with the Santa Rosa set, and I thought it was kind of cute. And then this is Tsunami's grungy papers, and then we have some more writing papers, I believe, into this. Yeah, and then we have this little calendar here. This is a page that I kind of collaged and put together on. This is a cutout I've had. This is wax paper that's back behind there that I've colored with crayons. And then this is a little generous. This is generous here on the little tab. And then we have her tag and her little trim. little floral cutouts. There's another little tab I had left over as a page tab. And then we have this little guy here. He's the center. And so some more material was added. I just made him into a little pocket over here. And you can see I just added some odds and ends over here on this piece of material. And then we have an envelope here that is attached to the material. And we just kind of decorated that up. I put a little, as you can see, it's a window envelope that was in here. And this is another one of her cutouts. I put it on a large index card that I've copy dyed. So you can see that. And then I put a little tab up here on the top and stamped up on it. A number 2. And I'll pop it back into here to where I can see the pink raised again into the envelope. This is the back side of the envelope. This is a little tag here. This little guy was so adorable. This again is in Tsunami's Children. And he, of course, you can see, and he's got little pink and adorable. Stamped on here, the best antiques are old friends. And then it's another one of her pages here. I just added some little pieces of twine onto the edge of that. And a couple little beads. And then I'm going to bring this over to here. We've got a little pocket, a couple little tags. Flip out again. And this little girl is a Tim Holtz little girl. It's a little ruffle. This is just going to be a little envelope down in here that I created out of a scrap piece of paper. And then just folds down so much you can write with. This is the 5th Tommy Rose has in her little label sets. And push this back down in here. Here's another one of her little roses. Tim Holtz, you know, washi tape. And then this is paper you can write with. This one here is a pocket of tag. A sack, I should say. A sack pocket here. I've added these little cutouts here for florals, little paper ruffles, little material here. And then I'm going to open this up and you're going to see the inside of the tag. Let's get this. And then this is some of Tsunami's collections here. And then we will have another little tag here. Okay. And then we're going to open this up. This little girl's going to be out of my collection. But her word is enchanting, which is out of Tsunami's collection. And then we have a little glassine envelope and put a hole in there. I put some beads down here on the bottom to add to the collection. Inside is just a little booklet that I've made that houses some little paper. It's just some scrap paper I had and put it together, and then I put it back down in here. Another little added journaling room. This is not out of Tsunami's kits. It's a piece of paper, another one that I've had in my stash and decided to put her in here with Like a Balloon. Again, I just love this paper. It's really, really pretty paper, fun to use. It's a lot of lace that's hanging down off from here. Here's another one of Tsunami's labels. Now on her label set, she's got, it was one page, and I think there's like 90, if I'm not mistaken, little labels that you can use for anything, really. That's what I use them for anything. Anyway, that's where that one comes. And I believe, have I done something up here? No, I'm not. Okay. So then I open this back over, and I have another pocket. We have another florals from Tsunami of roses. And then we have twirly writing paper. This is part of a envelope I just stamped on. And then we have a little girl who's trying to draw a rooster. She's kind of cute. Put her into there. And then we have more. Oh, this is the other side. This is another part of the envelope, and I just stamped onto it, and then we put a little tag into there. Then we have some writing room. Here I've just made this page into an envelope, a pocket, and then we have a good sized tag that I've decided to inherit down in through there. A little ribbon to the top. And then we have a little writing room, and this is more for fragment pages. So fragment pages are just beautiful, and they're so nice. So you don't have to keep collaging all the time. Just pull up one of her sheets, and it really comes in handy. So then we have her papers here, little rose papers, and then I have this as a glassine bag. That's what this is, and then state alterations tag onto here. Everything is within the limit of possibility is from Tsunami's kit here. Okay, and then we open this up, and then you'll just simply have another writing page into here. Okay, on the back side we have another pocket, and then we have an inventory tag and beautiful dreamer that's in Tsunami's kits of labels, and then here's your fragment paper, and then we have I just put another little file. Oh, it's just a piece of paper that you can also, write on. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one here is one of those large files in here, so I've got that over here on this side. Then we have a calendar in here, a little lace trim, another large file folder, which I believe is the other side of this one right here, and then we have another page here that we can pull out, and you can use to write on. It's just very large writing tabs is all it is. Okay, then we have this little flip off of the back side of an envelope I've just stenciled on, and we have these little characters here. She's definitely ready in her little go-kart over here, and then we have a little guy and a little girl and a little puppy and little bunnies, it looks like, all around them, and a little bunny cage, sitting in the bunny cage. Really, really cute. And then we're going to have, let's see what was that? I get lost in my own deck. So now I've got my calendar over here. This one here actually says 2020 on it. And then we have this little guy here. It's pretty cute. And then we have this is out of Tim Holtz, actually, and this is the back side of the envelope I used over here, and did its thing with it. This one back here, I think I missed a couple of pages in here. I did. This is the other side. This one here is going to be, now she's a little printout of a little girl that I had in my collection. Let's see if I can get this off of here. And as you can see, this was the back side of that envelope, a little stenciling down on it. And then we've gone and done a couple of holes ringed in here and a little bit of twine. And this is a ball pen with a button, a picture of the little girl. I have a little frame that I put around here from my collection. And these papers are from Tsunami that I've used in the backdrop over here, and her floral that I put into here, and I've just gone ahead and attached it onto this coffee dyed paper as such. And I'm going to just put that down in there again. Okay. And then we have this little thing right here. She is such a cutie. And we put a little pocket into there. And she has a little stamp that would be on her picture too. It's really pretty, well put together here. Let's go this way. As you can see, she's kind of blowing bubbles. This is in Tsunami's group. And this one here is also a Tsunami page, 5 cents each. It's really cute. Popped it into here, into the little pocket. You open it up, and have another little picture here. And then we have another little setting here, and you can write onto here too. And then more writing room. Stand out from the crowd and be yourself. Which I thought she was doing exactly that, sitting so proudly on her little donkey, and who's got a ribbon tied around his head, and then she has her beautiful hat on her head, with her pretty dress on. Standing out, no doubt. This is all writing. All of this will be writing into here. It's that's the middle of your signature, and through here. And then this is also finished the same way that I finished the front side. So that, my friends, that is my journal. And I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed working it. I enjoyed making it. A lot of my stuff from Tsunami, too, I've been buying from her for a long time. So I already had some of my florals and things, and rose and stuff like that. You may have to dig back, because I know I bought them a long time ago. But the majority of what I've used in here is going to be Charming Fragment number 2, which was a printable journal kit, and there's 5 pages in that. And then the Ephemera Fragment number 1 is going to have six pages in it. And then we're going to have Ephemera set 8, and then 5 children and adult photos, 6 pages on set 1, 6 pages on set 2, 6 pages on 1 of 5. So there's pages of photos that she has, and they're really, really nice. I've also used Charming Fragment Part 2 and the Decoupage Flowers Set 3 and Cards Set 3. So that's pretty well what has compiled this journal, and I hope that you enjoyed reviewing it with me. She turned out to be a lot bigger than what I had intended, but you know, on those things, it is what it is. So I hope that you enjoyed, and I look forward to reading your comments. And please, if you could hit like and subscribe to my channel, it would be very nice of you. Thank you so much for your time. Bye now.